Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about feminism and what has become of it. Nowadays feminism seems to be kind of toxic, but that is only because it has, departed too far from actual feminism. Nowadays, the most vocal so-called feminists are actually not real feminists, but they're the woke mob. That is the problem. Because the woke mob, as always, whatever they touch, they ruin. And if you may think now, another right-wing pundit talking, you're wrong. I'm a liberal. I'm a pure blood liberal, down to the core. And that is exactly the reason why I have such an issue with these woke people nowadays. They're absolutely not capable anymore of acknowledging reality, acknowledging facts, and, they're not capable of rational thought. And when it comes to liberals, yeah, that is kind of our thing. So if you don't like rational thought, logic, common sense, reality, you're not liberal. So when it comes to neo woke feminism, it is really toxic because it has nothing to do with the original message of feminism anymore. It is not empowering and encouraging young women and girls. It's solely bashing and discouraging young men and boys. So these neo-woke feminists who are always complaining so hard about evil Jordan Peterson and evil Andrew Tate, yeah, well, you made them. So what are you complaining about? You created such a toxic environment towards everything remotely masculine as supposed source of all evil that Andrew Tate is nothing but the logical response to that. You have made it so hard for young men and boys to just be themselves because you call everything that they do, everything that they are, toxic masculinity, mansplaining, and all this shit. You made Andrew Tate. Now deal with him. If you want him to end, well, then you have to end your bullshit first. It's as simple as that. The idea behind feminism was to give young women and girls choice, to give them the opportunity to do what they want, to do what they like, to become who they want to be. Like, just choose their own path in life. And now, when they do so, and this path is not the path that you want them to go, you woke pseudo-feminists, what are you doing? You resort to name calling, like pygmies. Really? Let's talk about that. What are pygmies? You call a woman a pick-me when she has the desire to be a wife, a mother, and to stay at home, to not have a career. Okay, well, feminists fought for a right to have a career, but for the right, not for the duty. And that's the thing you're not getting. It was always about the right to choose what how the woman wants to live her life, you know? And now you're trying to take that choice from her? I mean, back in the days, men said, oh, a woman belongs at home. A woman belongs in the kitchen. And now you say, oh, a woman belongs in the workforce. A woman belongs into a career. And just as much as men and the patriarchy, let's say, said women do not belong into the workplace, you're saying women do not belong at home. Why are you telling women where they do or do not belong? There's exactly one place a woman belongs, and that is wherever the hell she wants. Period. You don't get to tell women what they must want, as much as men do not get to tell women what they must want. And you don't get to tell men what they must want. You don't. Period. Every man, every woman can choose for themselves who they want to be, how they want to live their life. And the moment you disagree with their choice, you're not one of the good people. You're not a liberal. Because liberals believe in live and let live, and not live and let everybody who does not follow your order die. That is basically what you idiots stand for. So when you claim a woman is just a pick-me and look down on her because you do not agree with that woman's choice, you're not a feminist. Period. It's as simple as that. Because an actual feminist would always, always respect a woman's choice for her life, no matter what that choice might be. They would not care. But you do, because you're not feminists. And let's talk about another name that you like to call actual feminists. TERF. Really? I mean, you love to talk about mansplaining. You love to talk about toxic masculinity. Now let me tell you what I see as toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity, the most toxic one, from my point of view, is a man mansplaining a woman what a woman is based on sexist stereotypes, because that's what gender roles are. You know, these gender roles that you idiots actually believe to be the gold standard for the measurement whether or not someone is a woman. That is stupid. Now pay a little attention to this clip by Germaine Greer, one of the most influential, most important feminists of the 20th century. Author, publicist, highly intelligent woman. I could not say it better than her. So please, listen to this.
Now, gender can be anything you like. It's entirely cultural. But unfortunately, sex is not entirely cultural. It's something you're born with, whether you like it or not. And most of us who grow up to be women, who have our first period, 12, 13, 14, whatever, traumatizing otherwise, a body we thought we knew becomes smelly and dirty and different. And then the boys come along who've been watching pornography and say that we're not groomed, we have to remove our body hair and so on. We're going to spend our lives removing body hair. That's femininity, which is the fake version of femaleness. Female is real and it's sex, and femininity is unreal and it's gender. And it's a role you play. And for that to become the given identity of women is a profoundly disabling notion.
Don't you feel, though, you'd be able to spend more time on all of those questions if you just moved on from this trans question and said, OK, fine, if you want to join us as women, then you're women. Come and join us in the bigger struggles.
Well, they're not going to help us much with postpartum psychosis, are they? Or even with menstrual discomfort. Or I think we can manage. You know, we are 51% of the population, and we're being held to ransom by a handful of people who are extremely vocal and aggressive. And that's no surprise to any of us. I mean, I don't understand why we have to make a mockery of older women. And that's universal. You say to me, I'm offending people. Every time you get vilified because you're an old woman, and you only have to be 50, not very old. I'm now 80. I'm as old as you like. And you can call me senile and anything else you want to call me. But I'm not going to be hijacked for this question of sexual identity, of gender identity. Look, I wrote a book a long time ago about how you get made into a woman. In those days, we called it conditioning. And you could see it happens from birth. Little baby girls are left to cry for longer than baby boys. They are fed for shorter periods than baby boys. We want them to be smaller than baby boys, and so on and so on and so on. And it goes right through our entire lifespan where we're learning femininity. And it's a masquerade. It's not who we really are. There is nothing feminine about being pregnant. It's almost the antithesis of that. There's nothing feminine about giving birth. It's a bloody struggle, and you've got to be strong and brave. There's nothing feminine about breastfeeding. God knows it drives everybody mad. They want to see nice, big, pumped-up tits, but they don't want to see them doing their job. And it just goes on and on. That masquerade is what is now being presented to us back as the real deal. With the hair extensions and the false eyelashes. And you think, why do you think that's real?
See, she perfectly explained what is the difference between sex and gender. So, gender roles forced upon a sex, well, that's called sexism. So if you believe that to be a good thing, you're not a feminist, you're a sexist. So spare me that crap. I mean, how can you believe that some painted fingernails and some makeup and long hair and a cute dress and like baking cookies, how can you think that would be the definition of what a woman is? Are you out of your mind? You can't be serious about that. I mean, if you claim that to be the standard for what a woman is, you're actually agreeing with Andrew Tate. Just so you know. And let's not forget about the fact that women, feminists, have fought hard against sexual harassment for safe spaces for women, same-sex spaces, you know, like women's only gyms, women's only saunas, and safe houses for women against domestic violence, sexual violence, you know, and to protect women from harassment of men. That's one of the key issues of feminism, to protect women from aggressive men. And you are trying to take that from them. You are supporting men who stereotype women, or better, who see women as the definition of a stereotype. You want these men to invade women's only spaces? Really? Are you insane? I mean, how many women have experienced sexual assault or even rape in their lifetime? How many? The UN estimates 1 out of 7. 1 out of 7 women has experienced at least sexual harassment, assault, and some even rape. And you think it's a good idea to let men into women's only spaces? What kind of gym, what kind of sauna do you think would a sexual assault survivor choose? I'd say a women's only gym, a women's only sauna. Why? Because there she can be sure to not involuntarily be confronted with penises. And you are actively trying to change that. And you call that tolerance? You call that empathy? Where is your tolerance for these sexual assault survivors? Where is your empathy for them? What about their rights? You are clearly not feminists. I don't know what you are, but all your ideas you haven't thought through. Absolutely not. I mean, you seem to really want to put every brain fart of yours out there and make it law of the land. That's crazy. That's not liberal. I mean, how can you do that? How can you not realize that? Apparently, it's your lack of capability for self-reflection. You are actively hurting women. You are name-calling women. You are insulting women just because they want to live their life free. And you call yourself feminists? Shame on you. But what to expect from some woke idiots? And I'm going to show you one more clip of a woman who perfectly describes the mentality of woke people in general and woke pseudo-feminists in particular. And that clip might help you to understand why I, as a liberal, will never, ever tolerate wokeness. This woke mob will not win. Please listen to this.
When people can't control you, they'll try to control how other people see you.
I gotta say, I couldn't have said it better. I wish I could, but I couldn't. It is absolutely on point. That's what the woke do. If you dare to have a second opinion, if you dare to think on your own, you will be destroyed by them. This is a power game. And we can't let you win. The woke, they must be stopped. And I'm saying this as a liberal, because these woke idiots, this woke mob, these, well, detached from reality loudmouths, they're dragging my reputation through the mud. And I won't have that. You will not hijack my brand. Okay, folks, that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back with more content. Bye.